So let's discuss the use of the accounting equation during our accounting processing cycle. First of all, let's start off our discussions with this very important accounting equation. Assets equal liabilities plus shareholders' equity, which is A equals L plus SE. We will discuss each of these elements further in next week's module when we learn much more about the balance sheet. Let's now review our various account relationships. First of all, we have permanent accounts, which are basically the balance sheet accounts, such as assets, liabilities, shareholders' equity. They sound familiar? They should. We just talked about them in the accounting equation. These balances are basically carried over each period. The second set of accounts is our temporary accounts, which are income statement accounts such as revenue, expenses, gains, and losses. These balances, by the name temporary, are closed out at the end of each accounting cycle at the end of the year. Let's go on to discuss more of this accounting processing cycle. There are 10 steps. The first 4 are pretty basic. During the period, we're going to obtain our source documents, such as invoices and other key documents, analyze each of those transactions. Then we'll journal or record that particular transaction and post that activity into our general ledger, also called the GL. These steps, hopefully, you've already reviewed in your prior accounting classes. Let's also continue discussing this accounting processing cycle. We have steps 5 through 8 listed here. These are at the end of the accounting period, and the first step is prepare an unadjusted trial balance, which is called UTB. This is a proof that your debits equal your credits. Left side equals the right side. Step 6 is to prepare our adjusting entries. We'll spend some time on this today, moving from the cash basis to the accrual basis of accounting. Step 7 is prepare an adjusted trial balance. After the adjustments, you prepare an ATB. Again, verifying that your debits equal your credits. And lastly, step 8 in this section is to prepare your financial statements. Keep in mind, that's what this course is all about, preparing and understanding these financial statements. Remember those from last week's module, hopefully. Lastly, let's complete the accounting processing cycle with the 2 steps that are remaining. At the end of the year, you prepare your closing entries. In essence, you're closing out all your temporary accounts in the income statement. Last step is prepare a post-closing trial balance. So we've just closed or zeroed out all the temporary income statement accounts, so what you're left with is basically the permanent or the balance sheet accounts. You should remember those first 5 steps of your accounting cycle, hopefully from your prior accounting coursework. So now we're going to complete the transaction during the period and prepare this unadjusted trial balance. We've got to ensure that all our debits equal our credits. My advice is scream if it does not, but celebrate with a drink if it does.